Here's an interesting question. What is spirit? We cannot see it, we cannot touch it. How do we know it exists? Some people don't think it exists. Others believe in it, but they don't quite know what to think of it. The reason we cannot see spirit is because spirit needs form and substance to incarnate into. Without that, we cannot see it, but we can sense it. We can sense the spirit in another person. We can see it in the facial expressions. We see the fire in their soul. We also have a sense of the spirit behind the beauty of nature. Because how else is nature able to produce all her forms in that great variety? And all her forms seem to be beautiful. So spirit needs form and substance, otherwise we're not able to see it. For instance, a table, we cannot see the idea that's behind the table. We can only see this idea when the carpenter has finished making it. Then the idea is actually materialized into form and substance. Then we can see it. Rudolf Steiner once said, spirit cannot act in the world without form. And that's the point I'm making. The German poet Goethe once said, architecture is frozen music. And this is a very nice image. But when I look around at modern architecture and the modern urban streetscapes, I actually don't see music. I see noise. I see discord. So the question is, what can we do to make our creations really resonate and sound like music? The question is, how does nature do it? How does nature manage to always create beauty? This is because spirit is able to incorporate itself into nature's forms because there is a medium. There is a medium that inserts itself between spirit and matter, and that medium we refer to as life forces. In India, they called it prana, in China, chi. And it was Rudolf Steiner's spiritual research that actually discovered that what we generally regard as one life force is actually four components, which we refer to as the four ethers. Each ether has its own quality and its own formative signature. We speak of warmth ether, light ether, sound ether, and life ether. And together, they are able to bring spirit into the material forms of nature. And this is why it is so important to understand life forces and to be able to work with the four ethers, not just in art and architecture, but in all spheres of life: medicine, agriculture, education. And so once we're able to learn to read and speak in that form language of life forces, that will help us in our own creations. And we may yet come into a space where we can also create this beauty, with universal beauty, where our buildings and our environment that we create can begin to resonate with our soul and be uplifting. If this interests you and you'd like to know more about the four ethers and their language of form and how this can help us as artists, as designers, as architects, or just you have a general interest in the world, this forthcoming seminar might be for you, and I invite you to participate. Hope to see you there.